What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Last week I talked to you about some of the random things that truly suck about full-time RV life, and as promised, I am back now to share some of the random awesome things about this kind of lifestyle. Okay, number one random thing that I absolutely love about this kind of lifestyle: not having a rent payment or a mortgage payment. Now, does that mean we're not paying per month for living? No. But when the first of the month rolls around every month, I am like breathing a sigh of relief that I don't have a $2,000 plus payment, because that's what our rent was in Denver. And it's just nice not to have that. We are in control of how much we pay per month, depending on if we're going to stay in a full hookup campground or if we're going to be boondocking. Are we staying in a national forest campground that's a little bit cheaper? So things like that. We just have a lot more control over our monthly expenses. And when the first of the month rolls around, we're not shelling out thousands of dollars. Now, of course, you could argue the flip side of that. Okay, you don't have a mortgage payment. That means you don't have a house. You don't have that type of investment. True, I'm just focusing on the bright side here. I like not having that monthly payment. Second random thing that I love about RV life: going for walks. And of course, you can go for walks wherever you live, right? It's different when you're constantly moving around. It makes going for walks more interesting. It's more exciting. We pull into a new campground and I'm like, wow, I can't wait to walk around this place and explore with the dogs. When we were living in Denver, walking around our neighborhood all the time just got a little boring. You're looking at the same things. It's the same route all the time. Sure, I would go for hikes too, but I can literally walk out of our camper door and have an interesting, new, exciting walk. And I love seeing other people's rigs when we're walking around too. It's just a little more exciting, and it's something that I didn't necessarily think about before we started this lifestyle. The third random thing that we love about RV living: not having to use gas station bathrooms, or not having to wait in line for gas station bathrooms. If we pull over and we need to go to the bathroom, it's in there. It's in our camper. That said, we do still occasionally use gas station bathrooms. Like if we're getting something in the gas station and we need to go to the bathroom and there's no line or whatever, we will. But there have been situations where it's like, oh my goodness, have to go to the bathroom, there's nowhere to stop, or we stop somewhere and there's a line, or the bathroom is closed, whatever it is, and we have our bathroom on wheels right here. It's fantastic. Someone who drinks a lot of water, that's a plus. The next thing that we love about this lifestyle, this is so odd. I don't know if anyone else has ever thought of this, but you get to lay in bed all the time and it's like not considered weird. Because of the size of our rig, it's really small. Our bed is basically like our couch. It's like extra seating. We have a small dinette. That's where Cole sits for work. And then we have the bed, and that's it. We don't have a couch. We don't have other chairs. That's all we have. So the bed is like my seat during the day, or in the morning when Cole's checking emails, he's laying in bed. Sorry if anybody from work, his work, sees this. He's checking emails in bed. I often work while sitting in bed or laying in bed. I do have like a little lap desk thing that I can use for when I'm doing that, but it's nice. It's like, oh, I laid in bed all day, but bed is our seating arrangement, so it's not lazy, right? It's very comfortable. And we also recently got a new mattress that's like 10 times more comfortable, that I'm going to be sharing more about in a future video. The next thing that we love about full-time RV living, I think this is number 5, learning new skills all the time. Things that you wouldn't be learning if you were living in a regular sticks and bricks house or in an apartment. I was just thinking about this yesterday. I had no idea how to back up a trailer or hook up a trailer before we started living in ours. I can now do that whole entire process by myself, just something I probably wouldn't have learned. Maybe if we were just like weekend warriors, I would eventually do it myself, but I think the fact that we live in it full time and I can't always rely on Cole to do it, I had to learn it a lot faster. Just learning about the different components of an RV, you know, all the different types of hookups, learned how to dump our tanks. Maybe that doesn't seem like a skill to some people, but I like learning new things. And this lifestyle pushes you to learn new things and put yourself maybe in some uncomfortable situations. Also, something else I was thinking about: before we lived in the camper, like when we would just go camping, I was always the one to make the fire. But now Cole's the one who's making the fire all the time, and he's gotten way better at it than me. Like, I tried to do it last week for the first time in months, and I was like, I'm bad at making a fire now. He's much better at it. He has it like down to a science. He's got all of his little techniques. There are other things too, like using certain tools, learning how to respond to things that are breaking on the road, like fixing the toilet. You're constantly learning. So the point of this video is to share things that aren't obvious about RV life, random things that we really like about this lifestyle. I think this one might be a little more obvious, but I'm gonna share it anyway. It is never monotonous. I suppose if you were like parked in the same place for months and you did the exact same thing every day, it could become monotonous, but that's not how we do it. We're constantly moving around. We're constantly in new places. Every single week, for the most part, we're in a new place, exploring new places. Our schedule is always a little bit different depending on our setup. So you just really never get bored. You never feel like you're really getting stuck in a rut. It kind of gives you like the kick in the pants that you need to switch things up if you ever do feel like you're kind of dragging your feet and getting into too much of a routine, if that makes any sense. One last thing that I want to add that I personally love about this lifestyle, and maybe this is also obvious, seeing how people in different parts of the country live. I think this is a little bit different than just saying, oh, visiting different parts of the country is cool. Specifically talking about the way people are in different parts of the country and how it's different. Right now, we're in a part of the country that I have never ever visited. And I really didn't know what the people were going to be like here. And last night we went to Walmart, which is like the perfect people watching place. And I was kind of surprised, like, I wouldn't expect this crowd in this area. I'm not saying like good or bad. I'm just saying like sometimes I'm surprised by how people live or how people are in a particular part of the country that I've never been to. I just like seeing different ways of life in different parts of the country that I am not familiar with. I think that's gonna do it for this video. Before I close this out, I want to remind people to please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, especially if you made it to the end of this video. We do 2 new videos every single week, Mondays and Fridays. Some are like this, some are more showing the adventures that we do. And I also want to remind people we now have a Patreon account. So if you're interested in supporting our channel beyond YouTube, you can head over to our Patreon account, sign up, become a patron to access exclusive content. We've all of that information down in our description box, as well as some other ways that you can help support our channel if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.